Hi, Philip from TW White & Sons. We've been fortunate enough to acquire this beautiful Mazda MX-5 2-litre 160 PS Sport Nav convertible, finished in Sol Red. It's had one owner from new. It's done 52,733 miles in beautiful condition. We've just given it some very minor remedial work in our body shop. The car will come fully serviced, fully valeted. It's just been cleaned. Look at the condition of it, absolutely wonderful. For a 52,000 mile car, it's in great condition. And you get with these cars this high level of specification, which includes keyless entry. It's got remote boot release off the key fob, and a very generous size boot for this type of car. This is a rear-wheel drive, don't forget, an inline engine, traditional sports car in the very sense of the word. It provides exemplary road holding, handling and driving characteristics. It's a car that can be driven all year round with total reliability and enjoyment. 2-litre 160 PS engine. This particular version comes with parking sensors as well. The dark grey alloy wheels, but a really wonderful car. Will come with 12 months Mazda approved warranty, encapsulating 12 months roadside assistance. We also carry out a 101 point used car check on the car. We check everything: tyre tread depths, condition of the brakes, brake pads, brake discs, condition of all the vehicle's electrical systems, the wiper condition, particularly prevalent this time of year. But this car will be utterly checked in accordance with Mazda approved manufacturer's standards. At TW White & Sons, we take any vehicle in part exchange. We'll be as competitive as any of the vehicle companies or remarketing companies currently advertising online and on national TV, all wanting to buy your part exchange or all wanting to buy your current car. We will be as competitive as they will, and we'd be delighted to sell you another car as well. We offer full funding facilities, and our showrooms are open 7 days a week. Great specification with this black leather interior with red stitching, really discreet red stitching. It's a convertible. I'll show you how the hood goes down in a minute. Very simple. Takes about less than a minute. But integrated BOSE sound speakers into the headrest when you have the hood down gives you a more immersive sound experience. This red stitching on this leather transfers over to the door cards. You've got electric windows, electric door mirrors, and sitting inside this beautiful sports car, you've got on the right hand side here traction control, lane departure warning system. This car's also fitted with blind spot monitoring in the exterior mirrors. This means this vehicle is fitted with the safety pack, tyre pressure monitoring system as well. Keyless start, so you bring the key in here, put it there, dip the clutch, press the start button. Here we have it. It's very low on fuel, unfortunately, so please ignore the warning light. 52,733 miles. Left hand side is your temperature gauge and fuel gauge. In the centre it's got the tachometer rev counter. On the right hand side you've got the speedometer, and that little window there in the tachometer, that little triangular window just down there, that one is your gear selector. We'll sort of encourage you to change into the relevant different gears, but it's a gear selector indicator. I don't pay any attention to it. I'll be honest, when I'm driving one of these, it's such an enjoyable driving experience. I was driving one yesterday, and you know, even at this time of year, driving it over to our Bookham showroom, it's such a pleasure to drive these. The gear shift is exemplary, the road holding and handling is exemplary, the braking performance, the overall performance you get out of the 160 PS gives the MX-5 its power to weight ratio that it finally deserves. It's such a powerful car. Before I go on too much, let me just show you some of these switches on the multifunction steering wheel. You've got on the left hand side integrated Bluetooth with voice control. You've also got an info button which will change elements of this display. So if I press this, you can see, you know, look, ignore the MPG, it's been nowhere, this car, so it's not recorded anything at all in terms of MPG. It's just been driven around the workshop. It's got 0 miles left in the tank, so of course it's going to record a useless MPG figure like 16.8 miles per gallon. This car will deliver 30 to 40 miles per gallon regularly. It's a very economical vehicle. So as I said, integrated Bluetooth with voice control, info button which changes elements of that display, your fuel computer, cruise control here, very simple setup. And you got beyond that auto wipers with variable speed on the intermittent, auto lights here containing on the inner part of the stalk rear fog lamp. Just show you, before we get to all of this, let's show you some of this. A straightforward climate control, couldn't be easier. Move everything to automatic, set up the temperature you want, and it will start, press the AC, it will start directing air automatically and adjusting the fan speed automatically according to the internal temperature of the car. On the right hand side here, 3-stage heater controls for the seats, left hand side passenger, USB socketry and aux socketry. Here with this, if you want to operate it like a manual system, you can do. You just take it out of auto and you can adjust it to whatever direction you want. You can adjust the fan to whatever speed you want. Your heated rear windows there. It's simple. 6-speed manual gearbox, in my opinion, the best part of the car. The road holding handling, the transmission on this car is outstanding. Short throws between the gears, enabling maximum power across the rev range. Just a wonderful, wonderful vehicle to drive. So much fun. Main navigation wheel, master volume control, music, home screen, nav, top 3 buttons. Star button refers to setting up favourites through your phone. Directory here on the integrated Bluetooth, or on your sat nav or favourite radio stations. The arrow button on the far right hand side is a back button. Master volume control, and you've also got the main sat nav wheel. So this, when we're stationary, for example, you can operate it as a touch screen. You don't really want to do that because well, you can do it when you're stationary, but if you're mobile, it's got DAB as well. If you're mobile, that disables itself. The idea is to keep your hands on the wheel and eyes on the road as opposed to the centre screen. But if you do want to change it whilst you're driving along, you use the main navigation wheel. And so you can see there, I've taken you through that. You've got FM, AM, DAB. We probably just need to set up some stations here, nothing major. Yeah, it's all been up north, York, etc. But if you wanted Radio 4, very simple, it's there. Virgin, all the stations, you just got to update the ensemble. Star button correlates with this here, favourites. Home screen looks like this. Applications, maintenance, it's obviously going to need some sort of service. Yes, it needs a service, which we will do. Warning guidance means we're low on fuel. Fuel economy monitor, very straightforward. Applications, etc. Settings, very straightforward. Home screen, taking it round to integrated Bluetooth with voice control, satellite navigation when this decides to work today. As I say, this does need a service. This will include updating some of the vehicle's electrical systems. We'll just reboot this. We'll have to probably come back to the navigation. It does seem to me to be needing a software update. The navigation is an extremely good system in this vehicle. Absolutely excellent. You find points of interest. For example, you can highlight banking. You can highlight numerous categories through satellite navigation. It will take you to all those places. You can set up home address through town or postcode, look at your favourites, and look at history, where you've been, etc. It's only a shame I can't show it to you in accurate detail this morning. But settings on the vehicle, let's go back to that. Settings on the vehicle here. Display we're looking at, you can adjust it between auto, day and night settings. You can adjust the brightness, the contrast, safety. As I've said, it's got blind spot monitoring, which infers to me this car was fitted with the optional safety pack. Blind spot monitoring gives you indicators in the external mirrors, warns you of any cars in your blind spot. It's also got lane departure warning system, warns you of when you're drifting out of lane on any of the A roads, B roads, or any roads with markers. You can adjust the parameters of those warnings. Sound, BOSE Sound System with integrated headrest speakers. You've got bass, treble, fader balance. BOSE Audio Pilot will adjust the sound to compensate for any road or engine noise. Clock, 12 or 24 hour time zones. Vehicle itself, you can adjust stuff like your door locks, walk away locking. If you walk away with the keys in your pocket, the car will lock. Indicator volume, lighting. You got interior lights, door open, door closed, high beam control, adaptive front lighting. That's where the lights essentially follow the car when you're going around the corner. Lights on, warning, volume, coming home light, leaving home light, sensitivity of your auto headlights. Plethora of features on this car. Just missed one actually. Clock, 12 or 24 hours. Vehicle, we did that. Devices, network or Bluetooth management system. You can read the temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit, distance in miles or kilometers. Home screen. Bet that sat nav still, no, she's still thinking about it. We will give it a service. Update software which will enable that navigation to operate in the standard by which it's supposed to. But here we have it. 15 on a 65, one owner from new, 52,733 miles, in great condition. Mazda MX-5 2-litre 160 PS Sport Nav, finished in Sol Red, featuring the safety pack which gives you blind spot monitoring. Just a great vehicle. Heated seats, cruise control, BOSE sound system, satellite navigation, automatic climate control. Really well appointed car. Heated leather seats, stitched beautifully in red. Just a great all-round car. For those of us that like fun injected into our lives, this is it. "12 months Mazda approved warranties," I've said at the beginning of this, and I've told you about the part exchanges. If you want to know more about this beautiful example of a very early one of these, the ND series MX-5 160 PS Sport Nav, in fabulous condition, been beautifully detailed by our group body shop here and brought up to standards that our customers expect and want. If you want to find out more about this great car, please go onto our website, which is www.twhiteandsons.co.uk. We're open 7 days a week. Thank you very much for watching.